Growth. Growth is a very dynamic process. To be very precisely defining the growth is difficult, but it can be defined as an irreversible change of living beings, which is commonly accompanied by increase in size, weight, and volume of the organism. But remember, increase in the dry weight is not always. For example, if you take the sprouting potato tuber, the growth is there, but there is a decrease in the dry weight. In plants, generally takes place by the activity of apical, intercalary, and lateral meristems. Cellular growth involves three main aspects called phases of growth. Number one, cell division. It is also called phase of cell formation, results from the division of pre-existing cells. The type of cell division responsible for growth is mitosis, which results into the formation of many genetically identical or similar cells. Number two is cell enlargement. It has most significant role in the contribution of the size of the tissue or organ. In the beginning, cell enlargement may occur in all directions, but in later stages, enlargement remains confined to a specific dimension. Number three is cell differentiation. This is the last phase of growth in which newly formed cells, after getting enlarged, they mature into a particular type of tissue. They undergo structural and physiological changes depending upon the function which they are going to perform. The whole period in which the course of growth is completed is referred or called as grand period of growth. When it is represented in graph, it is called grand period curve, which is always sigmoid in nature. So it is also called as sigmoid growth curve. And you can see this curve has three main parts. Lag phase, it's a preparatory phase. It starts at a slow rate. Then log phase, it is a phase of exponential growth. Then senescence, that is the stationary, or it leads to a stationary phase. You can see here the growth starts at a very slow rate, then there is a manifold increase, and then it comes to a stationary phase. Measurement of growth can either be made directly with the help of a scale or by horizontal microscope and oxynometer. Oxynometer is meant for measuring the growth. Factors affecting the growth. Growth is affected by the factors which affect the activity of the protoplasm. Food supply. The supply of food is directly proportional to the rate of growth, and with deficient food supply to the growing region, the rate of the growth decreases and ultimately stops. Number two, water supply. The supply of water also has a direct relationship with the rate of growth because it is necessary for all the metabolic activities of the protoplasm and for increasing the turgidity of the cell for cell enlargement. Oxygen supply. Oxygen increases the growth because it helps in respiration to convert the potential energy into kinetic energy needed for the vital activities of the plant, including the growth. Temperature. Temperature also affects the growth directly or indirectly, though growth occurs between the two rigors, that is 4 degree to 45 degrees centigrade. Optimum activity takes place at 28 to 33 degrees centigrade. Light. Light affects variously. That is, light has a threefold effect. You will see intensity, quality, and the duration or periodicity. Intensity of light. In general, light retards growth in plants. High light intensity induces dwarfing of the plant. Plants at the hilltops are short, whereas those of the valley are quite tall. Very weak light reduces the rate of overall growth and also the photosynthesis. Quality. The different colors, that is the different wavelengths, affect the growth of a plant. In blue-violet color light, internodal growth is pronounced, while green color light reduces the expansion of the leaves. As you know that the green color will be reflected from the leaves as compared to complete spectrum of visible light. The red color light favors elongation, but they resemble etiolated plants. Duration of light. There is a remarkable effect of the duration of light on the vegetative growth as well as on the reproductive structure. The induction and suppression of flowering are dependent on duration of light. Plant growth hormones. Inside the plant body, several types of organic substances are naturally synthesized, which control growth as well as the other physiological processes at a site remote from its place of production and are required in minute quantities. They are called as plant hormones, phytohormones, growth promoting substances, growth regulators, etc. As defined above, all phytohormones are growth regulators, but all growth regulators are not phytohormones. Growth regulators may be either growth promoters or growth inhibitors. Growth promoters are auxin, gibberellin, cytokinins, and growth inhibitors are abscisic acid and ethylene.